In the heart of a small, forgotten village nestled within the vast expanse of an unnamed African country, there lived a man named Mbwana. At 35 years old, he was weathered by the trials of life, his once hopeful eyes now clouded with the burden of responsibility. Mbwana acted out a meager existence by making charcoal, a trade passed down through generations in his family. Each day, before the sun rose above the horizon, Mbwana would venture into the dense forest nearby, armed with an old axe and a sack to collect wood. With each swing of his tired arms, he would fell trees, carefully selecting the dry branches and logs to transform into charcoal. It was back-breaking work under the scorching African sun, but it was the only means Mbwana had to provide for his family. His wife, Aisha, stood by his side, her weary hands helping him in the process. She was 30 years old, her youthful beauty faded by the hardships of their life. Together they struggled to put food on the table for their two children, 10-year-old Zainab and 8-year-old Malik. The family lived in a makeshift, dilapidated house at the edge of the village, its walls patched together with scraps of wood and metal sheeting. Despite Mbwana's tireless efforts, their meager earnings barely covered their basic needs. There were days when hunger gnawed at their stomachs, when the only meal they could afford was a handful of maize meal cooked over an open fire. Aisha would stretch their meager provisions as far as she could, but it was a constant battle against the ever-present specter of hunger. Zainab and Malik, too young to fully comprehend their family's struggles, would often play outside their humble home, their laughter a fleeting respite from the harsh realities of their existence. Mbwana and Aisha harbored dreams of a better life for their children, one where they wouldn't have to toil under the relentless sun or go to bed with empty stomachs. One sweltering afternoon, as Mbwana toiled amidst the trees, his tired eyes caught a glimmer of light beneath a pile of fallen branches. Curiosity piqued. He reached out and unearthed a small, shining amber nodule, its golden hue a stark contrast against the earthy tones of the forest floor. With a sense of wonder, Mbwana cradled the precious find in his calloused hands, his heart racing with excitement. Eager to share his discovery with someone, Mbwana hurried home, the amber safely tucked away in his pocket. Bursting with excitement, he sought out the village school teacher, a respected figure in their small community. With a mix of pride and anticipation, Mbwana presented the amber to the teacher, who marveled at the rare find. "You have stumbled upon a treasure, Mbwana," the teacher exclaimed, his eyes wide with awe. "This amber could fetch a handsome price in the city. You must go and sell it, my friend. With the wealth it brings, you could provide a better life for your family." Mbwana's heart swelled with hope at the teacher's words. For the first time in years, visions of a brighter future danced before his eyes. With renewed determination, he set out for the bustling city, clutching the precious amber tightly in his hand. As Mbwana navigated the crowded streets of the city, his steps buoyed by the promise of prosperity, fate dealt him a cruel blow. In a moment of carelessness, a swift hand snatched the amber from his grasp, disappearing into the throng of people before Mbwana could react. Shocked and helpless, Mbwana watched in dismay as his dreams of a better life were shattered before his very eyes. Heart heavy with despair, Mbwana made the long journey back to his village, the weight of his failure crushing him with each step. As he trudged wearily towards his makeshift home, he braced himself for the disappointment that awaited him. How could he face his family, knowing that the one glimmer of hope he had found had been cruelly snatched away? Aisha consoles Mbwana and tells him that no matter what, she will support him and share his happiness and sorrows. For though their dreams of wealth and prosperity had been dashed, Mbwana realized that true riches lay not in material possessions, but in the bonds of family and the strength of their collective spirit. And as they huddled together in the fading light, Mbwana knew that no matter what trials may come, they would face them together, their love a beacon of hope in the darkness.